Hey, what is up guys? How are we doing? And welcome to a video I've been looking forward to for almost a year. This video is sponsored by Oculus, and if you've been following what has been pretty much going on with them for the last year or so, you'll know exactly what this is and why I am so excited. This is the Oculus Quest, a completely wireless headset in every sense of the word, requires no computer, no wires, simply put it on and it should work. I've been waiting for something like this for decades, as the main drawbacks with virtual reality has always been the requirements of a dedicated gaming PC, the complex setup of sensors, and of course that cable that binds you in place. But with the Oculus Quest, none of the above actually apply, as after a simple smartphone setup, the device is entirely self-contained. Just don the headset, download some games, and you're in VR. So the main thing you'll notice about this versus the old Oculus Rift is while it looks very similar, it almost feels a little bit lighter because there's not really anything you need to plug into it, which is very, very cool. The controllers are pretty much identical, so if you have used the Rift before, these are the touch controllers. Yes, they feel very, very nice in the hand. As for the accessories box, we have our charging adapter. This must be to actually extend the headset. And then we have some cables to actually get everything connected, charge it up, all of that good stuff. But obviously you will not need this to actually play the games in the first place. Setting up the Quest took around about 5 minutes, and it's a really easy process. My Android phone connected via USB-C, and after following all of the on-screen prompts in the free Oculus app, I was set up and ready to play. The first thing that you'll experience with the Quest is a short demonstration video that walks you through how it all works, the best ways to use the motion controllers, and of course map out your play area. I was really astonished just how realistic and how well done everything is the first time I put this on. You get all of that convenience of mobile VR with no tether, so you can move around, duck, dive, weave, all of the above. But then you get that accuracy that you're only really going to get with dedicated hardware. So you throw the two together, and it's just an experience I haven't really experienced before. Oculus provided me with a couple of games to really put this thing to the test, with Superhot VR making a great comparison versus the Rift version that I'm all too familiar with, as well as Beat Saber, a game I've heard nothing but great things about. So this game is Superhot VR, and I think this is probably the best example of how you can use all of the space around you in a really, really clever way. So as you move, time actually progresses. Oh my god, there's so many bullets. And it means that you can get some really strategic gunplay going on, where it's not just about moving around, spawning, dying, spawning, dying. You actually have to think about where to position your body, what tools to use, and despite the fact you don't move that much, it is actually quite an athletic thing. Look at me, I'm out of breath. We're going back in, boys. We're going back for more. Oh, this is the embarrassing one. This is the game where I'm going to look really silly. So this game is called Beat Saber. And this is one that is very difficult, very energetic. But again, makes full use of all of the space that you have around you. And I would actually describe this as almost like a PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 era dance game, but obviously way, way more advanced. It's good fun though, it's good fun. This is about all the dancing I can do. So who's that guy just with the virtual reality headset on the dance floor? That'll be me. Surely I failed. Our final game is Robo Recall, which I think is such good fun. I have a very hard time imagining anyone really not liking this. So it's a great one to actually pick up when you first get hold of it. And it's a good one as well to compare against the Rift, because obviously I have this game on both platforms. And I would say that there is a difference in terms of graphics, but it's not really that noticeable, to be honest with you. The thing that I find way more noticeable is just how much more confidence I actually have in sort of getting involved, moving about, just because of that lack of tether. It really is as simple as that. It's the freedom of movement. You actually just feel more like you're in this virtual space rather than being aware that you are in a room playing a game. It's a very difficult thing to describe, but it's something that I think makes the world of difference. Maybe I should actually focus now on recalling these robots. Looking at the specifications, the entire unit is powered by a Snapdragon 835 SoC, 4GB of RAM, and a 2 to 3 hour battery life. All of the sensors are built into the headset itself, and each eye has an OLED display with 1440 by 1600 resolution, refreshing at 72 times a second. The Quest also uses an advanced audio solution that's very minimal in size, but is really weirdly convincing at providing a 3D spatial audio experience. It's not quite as loud as the original Oculus Rift, but it does come with a 3.5mm jack if you do want to use your existing cans. If you're looking at actually picking up a virtual reality headset though, you're probably choosing between the Rift and the Quest, and you might be wondering what the differences between the two are. And it's pretty much the Rift is designed for PC gaming, those that want to play AAA titles, maximum quality settings, detail, all of that jazz. Whereas the Quest, is just a lot more pick up and play, much more accessible. The Rift does require a tether, but it runs at 80 Hz rather than 72. And the updated Rift S does actually come with sensors built into the headset, so you don't need anything externally. It's also got a larger library of games, as there's a huge number of VR titles spanning across multiple platforms that are very easy to download and play. But I have no doubt that the Quest will prove immensely popular, so more and more titles will come, and ultimately there's more than enough to keep you satisfied in the meantime. I also think that the Quest is that little bit more sociable than the Rift, mainly because it's battery powered and it's small enough that you can put it in a bag, take it to a friend's house, and if they've never experienced VR before, it's a great way of actually showing it off. You can also cast this straight to a Chromecast so everyone can actually see what you're doing. I think it depends more on your individual use case, as even though I have multiple PCs to actually use the Rift S with, I don't really have the space by my computer for full room-size VR. And as such, the Quest is much easier to set up and use. So for me, in my current home, I think it's the Quest that actually makes a lot more sense. And this actually retails for around about $399, which I think is very, very reasonable, especially when you consider you can get smartphones now that start at $1,000. I really have come away supremely impressed, as while this won't provide the exact same level of fidelity as the Rift, I think this is about as close to the ideal VR solution as we can get right now. And if you have any interest in starting your VR journey, the Quest should be right at the top of your list. So I think that that's everything you need to know about the Quest. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Is this something you're going to be picking up? If you're interested, I will leave all of my current links in the description so you can check out current pricing. But do let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Has it taken wire-free to actually get you into VR, or are you still more interested in something like 4, 5, dare I even say 8K gaming? Let me know your thoughts. Please hit the like button if you've enjoyed it. It's been such a fun video to make. A massive thank you to Oculus for sponsoring this video and making it all possible. You guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.